we went from here to here. This patient came in and she disliked the colour of her teeth, but also the shapes of some of the teeth because they were a little bit narrow at the tips. So the little spaces that we see in between, we call them the embrasures, were quite obvious to her when she smiled. So we just wanted to improve the colour, but also the proportion of the teeth. And so we opted to do this with minimal porcelain veneers. And the reason the patient chose that is because she didn't want to limit things like coffee and the things that can cause staining to composite. And so we first of all had to prepare the teeth for the veneers. And so I wanted to show, this is the preparations. So we went from here to here. And it's a little bit of a myth that with placing porcelain veneers, we need to completely, remove the teeth to tiny pegs. But I actually love to show my patients the preparations on the day because it is such a tiny amount that we need to take away. It's mainly just creating this really fine margin for the lab to make the veneers to sit perfectly against the tooth. If we go from here, and then we fitted the final veneers. So you can see how they fit seamlessly against the margins that we created. And then it's just really improved the little spaces between the teeth and also the colour. So if we go to the very beginning again, we went from here to here. So this is where we started, and you can see what we mean by those spaces being quite large in between the teeth. There was a little bit of a crossover with those front teeth, and of course the canines were really quite dark. So this is where we ended up.